Hello everyone. Today we will look at the Evaluation and Careers module in the front end. We will focus on the performance evaluation and potential assessment. Let's go to the evaluation process. In this case, we will look at an evaluation that is already done for simplification purposes. For every evaluation process, we can evaluate goals and skills. Let's start by the goals. In the evaluation of the objectives, they can first fill out goal attainments. They can be percentages, they can be levels of achievement in value, and even binary, yes, completed or not. Alongside, we can have a scale evaluation. Important to state that these scales can be personalized to your organization. The employee is also allowed to give justifications about their answers. This allows for the manager to have a better perspective about the reasoning behind their answers. We fill out this evaluation. We can also have final comments for the evaluation, and we're done. We end up with a quantitative result for the goals evaluation. Let's go for the skills. In this case, we can have different scopes for the skills and also different skill set weights. These skill set weights might differ according to the type of role from the employee. Let's start by the skills. In this case, we can also have a skill evaluation as we had for the goals, along with some justifications both from the employee and the manager. Both for the skills and goals, we can also have help boxes. In these help boxes, you can also provide not only descriptions of the skills that you are talking about, but also behaviors that describe these skills. This allows for everyone to understand exactly how to evaluate their own skills. In the end of this evaluation, we also reach a quantitative result. And the current evaluation is done. Afterwards, the employee can also prepare the next cycle of evaluation. First of all, they can suggest goals for their next cycle. In this case, we can have minimums and maximum of proposed goals. If we don't want this step to be mandatory, we can just define the minimum as 0. This allows the employee to participate in the definition of their goals. By the end of the process, the manager will have the responsibility to approve, edit, or even add new objectives. After defining the goals for the next cycle, we can also define the individual development plans. The individual development plans are divided according to the 70-20-10 learning methodology, being the 10 the more formal learning, 20 the learning with others, and 70 the work experience. Here we also have the logic of defining minimums and maximums for the development plans. As we had for the goals, the employee might suggest their individual development plans. Afterwards, the manager will also have the responsibility to approve, edit, or even add new ones. An important detail to state is that if we are defining an individual development plan from the 10, we can choose content that is directly available in the Learn module to include in our individual development plan in order to develop our skills. And after this, we finish the preparation of the next cycle. Before finishing the evaluation process, we can also have 2 other questionnaires for the employees. They are optional, which means that they do not need to be available for everyone. The first one being related with mobility. In this case, we talk about geographical mobility. If an employee wants to move to another region or to another place to work. We can also have a questionnaire for expectations, and in this case, expectations more related with their role. They can share their intention of changing their role, either to a different position or to a different role. And with this, we finish the evaluation process. Let's take a step into the manager's evaluation. Here we have the manager's perspective. In their profile, they have an overview of their team, which they can always access at any time they want. Let's move to the evaluation again. So we go for the 2022 assessment, and we go for the profile of Jessica Brown. In this case, the manager will have to perform Jessica's evaluation. The structure is exactly the same. We start by evaluating the goals, having access to the self-evaluation from Jessica, with the possibility of also adding comments and justifications to our answers. With this, as soon as we finish the evaluation, Jessica will have access to all of the comments from the manager's evaluation. For the skills, the manager will follow the exact same path as Jessica. For the preparation of the next cycle, the manager will have the responsibility to approve, edit, or add new goals to Jessica. The same happens with the individual development plan. Finally, the manager will also have access to the questionnaires about mobility and expectations, in case the employee answered them. Last but not least, the manager will also have a logbook for each one of the members of their team. This is also individual, which means that their employees won't have access to their notes. This is also very important for the manager to keep track of some important notes that they should remember about when they are performing the evaluation of their team members. Once the evaluation is done, we submit it and the evaluation is completed. The employee afterwards has access to all of the information from their evaluation process. After the evaluation process is completed, we have another step to take, which is the assessment of potential. In this case, the manager will have to fill out information about their team members' potential. First, they select the user's expected potential. Afterwards, they can fill out the user's potential evaluation. In this case, there is already a set of 12 questions that showcase behaviors from someone who has a high potential. Through the filling of these questions and answering between behaviors, we have access to a quantitative result for the potential. By comparing the results from both the evaluation process and from the potential evaluation, we are able to have the user's potential matrix, the well-known 9 box matrix. This allows us to position exactly the employees according to their potential and performance. Afterwards, we can fill out some more information about employees, such as their exit risk, evolution options, and even delegate this potential evaluation to another manager if applicable. All of this information is extremely crucial for something which is called the dashboard. The dashboard allows the manager to have an overview of their team's performance and potential. Not only we have a set of graphics that are already pre-made in the platform, as well as we have 9 box matrix for all of the employees from our team, as well as some average of grades and skills. Important to state that we can also choose the dashboard year, which means that we can access data from previous years. In case we are talking about an HR manager, these dashboard filters are extremely relevant. We can choose people that belong to a specific manager or role, people that actually have a high potential or to be a future leader, but also have, for example, a high risk of leaving the company. And with this, we have access to the information that we really want to see. And with this, we have a simple access to the information that is extremely relevant for any decision maker in the organization. We hope this video was useful and looking forward to see you in the next one.